Hey guys, I hope everybody had a good Thanksgiving. Last week I talked a little bit about my mission trip and how God had sent me on to go to Italy and to all these different countries, and basically it was really difficult to pay for, and how God paid for it every single way, and just all the amazing things that He did. Well, now I'm going to talk a little bit about just the first week of the trip, or the first section of the trip. This started out in obviously Italy. We were there for a total of 3 weeks. Well, we were there for only about 5 days, and the leader of the the mission board there asked us to stay and help cook. Now I looked at my friend that I came with, and I was like, "Well, we don't really know if that's what God wants us to do. We feel God called us to go to these different countries at these certain times. However, we're not quite sure on that, and the only places we have to meet people are in Italy and in Romania. The other places we had no more contacts. It was just we're going there, and we're going to talk to anybody that we can." So we prayed about it for the next week, and God just kind of gave us an assurance and said, "All right, you guys are going to stay in Italy." I was like, "All right, cool." So I worked it out with my friend, and we changed our flights. We ended up going to London for about 10 days, and the reason why we did that was because in Italy they had like about a 2.5 week break, to where they were just on like a vacation almost, and then after that they were gonna have tons and tons of teams come in where we would have to cook for them. So after that we ended up just staying in Italy for those 3 weeks and just talk to people, just anybody we could find and share the gospel with. If it was just walking around Italy and just kind of trying to talk to somebody and just say just a few words, yeah, that's sometimes all we could do in Italian. I remember meeting this one lady, and I was actually sending a birthday card to one of my really close friends, and I needed to find out where the post office was because I didn't know exactly how to send out mail. Well, I found this woman, and she didn't speak a lick of English. She asked me if I could speak French, German, Italian. I couldn't speak any of them. And I kind of just sat with her in the car, and somehow I, I just told her I was a missionary. I said, missionari, Christianity, evangelical, just kind of like mumbling and almost, basic Italian, obviously, because I really didn't know that much. And I spoke with this woman, and it was so cool because as soon as she found out I was a Christian, she gave me 20 euros. She was like, "You're a missionary? Oh, here's 20 euros." I was like, "That's so cool." And just how amazing it was, because that paid for the the birthday card that I was sending out. Obviously, the birthday card was only a couple euros. It wasn't really that expensive, but I still had more money to work with, which was really good to have. And I remember finally we left for London. We went off, and we left Italy, got into London, and it was about 10 o'clock at night, and that was just getting into the airport. We had to get to the heart of London, to the center of London, where we traveled all the way from the airport to the center of London, and it was about 1 o'clock in the morning by that time. So we're just roaming around freezing cold London. Didn't know it was going to be 40 degrees, and all we had was shorts and t-shirts because we thought it was going to be warm, but it wasn't. And we just kind of looked for a place to stay. There was a lot of different struggles that we had that night. Just it being so cold, me losing my cell phone, trying to find that place to sleep. Interesting story. We actually found some people boycotting uh, killing Osama bin Laden. They were boycotting, or not boycotting, but just protesting against Americans. And we actually talked to them a little bit. It was kind of a funny story, and I will be telling you guys more about that next week. So yeah, again, if anybody wants to talk to me about any of this stuff, please feel free to email me on either Facebook or YouTube, whichever one. And just, yeah, please let me know how this video went, and so I can grow more in my speaking. Alright, thank you very much. You have a good weekend.